Hi everyone, it is Marcy Bessaker and I am here live on YouTube. And I have such a fun card to create with you today. I am checking my sound and doing all those good things like I normally do. This card today is going to be so much fun. There's a lot of techniques and a lot of fun stuff that you're going to learn on this card. Let me just switch over and make sure my sound, everything's working, everything looks good. Hi Sharon, glad to have you back. All right, I'm just getting everything going here. How are you guys on this Tuesday? Today, of course, we had another contractor here today. We moved here in November, but we had some LED lights put up in our living room. So it's going to be so nice. All right. So we're going to get busy. Hi, Steph. Oh, okay. Yes, Sharon. So you guys, we're going to use today's tiles set. And when I saw it, I was kind of hesitant. And then I saw this picture in the catalog. Let me find it here. This one. And it showed the different colors on the stamping. And I think those would be perfect little squares to use with like our ink spots. And use different colors for that. That's not what I did today, but when I saw this, I said, you know what? I think there's a lot that we can do with this. So that's when I decided, okay, I got to have this set now. And I am going to look really quick because I had everything out here and now I can't find my, oh, here, there, the dies. I want to make sure I have them. Okay, so I started out this card one way and I ended up with another way, and that's what I'm going to explain what happened and what I did. So this is the card we're going to create. We have two different ones here. So, and you're going to notice, first I have to tell you that this was done with the blueberry bushel because that was the only re-inker I had. I'm just now getting my re-inkers and everything going, collected in my collection. And so that's what I had. So that's what I used. Well, once I started kind of playing with this, I decided that I wanted to do a video. So I kind of changed it up and that's what happened. So you'll see when I first did it, I did the baby wipe technique. And so I put the blueberry bushel and the old olive on here. And that's what I first came up with, which was this one. And then I decided to use my daubers and ink pads and got this one. So close to the same, except this one's just a little more vibrant. And you could really lighten it or darken it as much as you want. Okay, so we are going to, let me fix my screen real quick because I have YouTube going in the background and it's a little behind what I'm doing, and it's making it look super big and kind of crazy. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to use the daubers. Number one, it's neater and you really kind of get the same effect except a little more vibrant, and I like that. If you want it softer, you could do it with the daubers also and just go lighter on it. That's the difference. And so I thought, well, for number one, it's neater. Number two, it is, I can use current colors. I don't really want to use old colors, right? So I have to say, with the technique that we're going to use today, having a Stamparatus is so key. If you don't have one, I recommend getting it. It is phenomenal. And this is a perfect example. Let me fix this a little bit. We're a little wonky here. This is a perfect example of using a Stamparatus. And so when I saw this set, that was kind of one of my things was, oh my gosh. Okay, so First of all, you're going to notice, let me kind of explain what I did, which was another step I didn't even think about until I got started. So when I had it, I actually had this was from yesterday, so it's a little dry. I had the baby wipes on a piece of cardboard on my desk. So I didn't have it in the case, but I put it in the case when I was done, okay? But what I did is I took this off, went over here, and inked up my stamp. Then I came back and put it on and then stamped. So you don't have to worry about your baby wipes and how are you going to handle them and get them on there and all that stuff. So that's how I did it yesterday. Then I have my second stamp on the back side. So let's just get busy. I'm going to kind of show you what we did. So I'm going to open, I have Misty Moonlight now, so I switched to my current color, and still Old Olive. Yeah, Sharon, I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? And then I was concerned about it being so close to this edge, and that wasn't an issue at all. It worked great. So what I'm going to do, what I recommend is to take, I have these Sizzix sticky grid papers, but you could run a little, like your Stampin' Seal, just a couple little dots, or even a glue dot, whatever. But these Sizzix grids are like not super sticky, so you can just kind of, your image won't move around. And because we're creating a background, we need all of the paper to be available. You could move your magnets around, but this is just how I prefer to do it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I have the stamp set over here, and I'm going to move out just a little bit more because you really don't need to see. There we go. Let me move in picture here. Okay. So I have my paper here, and I have a 5.5 by 4 1/4 because I'm going to cut it down anyway, depending on whatever size you want, what we're looking for. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take the Old Olive first and ink it all up, and then I'm going to randomly just put it on. So just kind of, let me see if I can get a paper underneath. Let's see if this helps. So that might be able to help a little bit. But you're going to just kind of randomly put it. Remember, you only have one other color, so you want to be kind of selective where you put it, but you want to put a decent amount on, but leave enough for your other color. So now I'm going to go to the blue, my Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to kind of just fill it in so you can see. Let's see. You can kind of see where I'm filling it. Oh, that's a bad. Let's see. Let me find a piece of white. That'll help. All right. There we go. So I can see it, but on camera it's probably hard to see. So, and it's also not really easy to hold it up, but I just kind of want to show you. So you just kind of want to go and you see where I held it down a little bit right there, so it's darker. So it's all, I mean, if you hold it, you're going to just release that much more. And you want to daub it because you don't want to have big old dauber marks, right? So I'm going to hold it up. Okay, and now it doesn't have to be super, super dark. And guess what? You can just go over it if you want. That's the one thing about having a Stamparatus, right? All right, so I'm just going to go like this, and I can see a spot that I missed. Open it up. Okay, so I want a little more blue right there. And I think I'm going to do some green on this corner here. So those are two spots that I don't think I pressed hard enough over there. And there you go. And it does not have to be perfect. If you guys can see, it's just kind of a, not a water, like a distressed look. not, yeah, I was going to say watercolor, but no, it's more like a distress kind of look. So it does not have to be perfect. Okay, so now what I did is you take your chamois and you just wipe it off. Not anything crazy, I just wipe it a little bit. Because now this is the big thing, you guys, about a Stamparatus. You take this off and you move it down 2 spots because this is like 2 rows, right? And now let's start over. We got the old olive and we're just going to put it some here and there. Okay, so there's the old olive. Now I'm going to do the Misty. I hope everybody's doing good today. Thanks for joining me. I have another card that I have already prepared for Sunday, and oh my gosh, you guys, it's so stinking cute. It is a cheerful, super easy, but super fun card. I can't wait to show you. All right, so now I think I got everything, and if not, we'll do like we did before. And just kind of rub it. Make sure you get everything. And so there's no rhyme or reason, guys. Just like put your color on there and it just, the stamps do all the work. There's a little spot right there and I'm really not that concerned about it because it's going to be covered up by our front images anyway. All right, so we're going to, again, I mean, look how fast this background's going. All right, wipe that off. Oh, got a little juicy. I have a towel here. All right, I just put water on my chamois today, so it's a little wet. All right, we're gonna move this down again too. And it's gonna go off on here, and it's okay. I have the mat with the plastic on it. It wipes right off, so not worried about it. But again, like always, we do have our trusty little grid sheets. So if you wanted, you could take it off and put it on here to protect it. When I am not using the polymer and I'm using the red rubber stamps, then I take this mat out because this takes place of that mat. It's got the foam in it, okay? And the thickness, so it comes out perfect. All right, so here we go again. Old olive. Move it up a little bit. And I'm just gonna randomly go again. I mean, how easy is this, guys? I love this technique anyway. I love daubers. It's just so much fun. All right. And then the Misty Moonlight. Go in. And these two colors are dark. It's not that, I mean, they're not really cross-contaminating too much. And you can, in person, you can see a little better about where your color is going. But you don't want to stick your dauber in the wrong color because I've done that before. Make sure I didn't. All right, and I just go back. All right, again, we can always add more. Is this easier than you guys thought it looked? All right, so there is our background. Let's see, and I'm happy with it. So I'm going to take a baby wipe just because it's not as wet. My chamois is a little wet right now. I think I should have squeezed it out a little more. All right, so we are done with this only because, let me double check. We are done because I have already created a piece here that's going to go in our front panel. So I did this last night, so you don't have to see me do 2 of them. All right, so I'm going to close our colors up. Now we're going to flip this around. Okay, now we have the background. So let me get the stamp set out so you can see what I'm talking about. this is what we did, the first solid image. And this goes inside the pieces here. Okay, so you just want to line it up. Well, I lined it up yesterday. So all you do is get it on. What you do is you're going to take your stamp and lay it on top of your image. So you can get your head over it. And I didn't want to get my head in there, but you just lay it on top. Make sure these are like little hearts or little clover type shapes. Just make sure they fit in there. And then make sure they fit in here. And then the rest will align. Okay, so now that's where that is. You can see that they align. Okay, now I'm going to be using my heat tool a little bit. Let me show you what I did. First thing I did is I took my, which is really weird because it's usually always right here, and now it's not, my embossing, oh here it is, my embossing buddy, or whatever you use for your static. I'm going to wipe this off down here. I don't need that all over. All right, so I just kind of go over it because we're going to now emboss with gold, okay? So now I get my Versamark. And I'm just going to use my trusty little coffee filter and gold embossing powder I just have to the side a little bit. All right, so you're going to take your Versamark. And I just make sure it's on there really well. And push it really well. Okay, and Versamark stays sticky, so you don't have to, it's not like it's an ink that dries super fast. I mean, you don't want it to sit there for a long time, but finishing this is okay. Do another one. When I heat embossed this yesterday, I was just like, oh my gosh. It was just so much prettier than I thought. And then I was like, ooh, what other colors can I use? All right. If you guys are here, say hi. I'd love to hear from you. You have to be signed into Gmail, of course, and to your Google account. All right. Now I'm going to take this off my sticky sheet. And then I just set this aside separate so that it's, because it's the sticky side up. So I'm going to pull this in. I'm just holding on to the edge. Be on the edge as much as you can. And just emboss it. I always take my little tool and tap it. All right, so let me heat emboss this really quick. I know some of you are newer, maybe don't know what the heat emboss does. I like to heat emboss from the bottom just so it doesn't blow off my embossing powder on the top, especially when it's got such tiny little images there. And I can tell I was slightly off on my impressions today for whatever reason. But that's all right because it's going to be covered with the main thing on the front and it's still going to look so pretty. I know I mentioned to you guys that my granddaughter is coming to visit next week. And she has been begging her mom to start packing like a month ago. And so last night we were on the phone and she was like telling me all about how ready she is and she wanted to start packing. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, you start packing on Sunday because they're coming Wednesday. I said, I think you can start packing on Sunday. But you got to help your mom clean the house and get the laundry done so you guys are all ready to come. She is so excited. My husband said, I don't think we're ever going to get her out of the pool. They're from Oregon. So when they come here, I think they're going to be a little warm. Obviously my kids are from here, but they just, every time they come, they go, oh my gosh, it's so hot, how do you stand it? I prefer the heat to the rain. I like rain, but I like to be inside looking out at the rain while I'm crafting, not out in the rain. Definitely not the snow, it's too cold. All right, we're almost done. See how pretty that's coming out? Can you see? Almost done. Finish this. All right, and then I just hold it in the light, make sure I didn't miss any spots. And it looks good. All right. So let's see. My cat is out there crying again. She just tricks me every time. Let me see if I get this light. Okay, maybe that's a little, I don't know if that's too shiny, but anyway, so there it is. So let me put this away. All right. So that's the background, guys. I'm going to grab my cat, you guys, and put her in the other room where she's going to sit here and cry the whole time. Sorry, I'll be right back. All right, I think she is out there by herself and just wondering what's going on. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so I just think it's so pretty. Okay, so we're gonna wipe this up, and I'm just gonna set this aside now. But the Stamparatus, the positioner, is just so nice with this technique and with this stamp set. All right, so what I've done is I pulled in a card base with the Moonlight, let's see, Misty Moonlight. And here's my other one. I've already cut that down for the front. So what we're going to do with this, the one we just did, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I cut this darker piece is a 3x3, and this is what we're creating on the front. And then we're going to use this die here. These are the dies that come with it. We're going to use this on here. We're going to use this for the sentiment and this one for the sentiment. Okay, so there's a lot of really pretty label type things in here too that you can use for other pieces. All right, so let's run this through, and this, not on that piece. I'm going to grab another piece really quick. Misty Moonlight. All right, so we're going to run these in real quick. Are you guys excited about the holiday catalog? It is for demonstrators. We can order tonight, or, well, in the morning. So you'll be seeing me creating with those things very, very soon. It's going to kill me because I'm going to have my kids and grandkids here, and I'm going to want to be crafting with my new goodies. I'm still going to try and get my video in while I'm not, while I have company. All right, so the stamp set has some really cute sentiments. And I'm going to look and see. Okay, so this down here, guys, I just cut this piece here and trim it, and that's the bottom of my inside, where my sentiment on the inside will go. All right, so I did this one in blue already. And where is my paper? Nope. Here's my gold. Wait, is this the right piece? Yeah, that's my gold piece. So the gold is measured at 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So the blue is 3 by 3. The gold is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And then I'm going to take this and brush it over the trash. All right, so most of it all came out. So it looks like it's a really complicated card, and it's really not that bad. I'm turning my fan up again, you guys, so if it's too loud, let me know. Warm in here. All right, so there's that. And at first I was like, oh, do I really want to cut this? And I actually did, and I didn't emboss it first. And then I decided, no, I want to emboss just to match the exact back. So that's going to go there. And now I want just a white piece of paper to do the sentiment on. I'm going to do it in the misty moonlight. And I think I really like the just want to say hello, because I love having a card for just anything. Thanks, Sharon. Yeah, I was thinking, all right, there's got to be, you know, I've been seeing the Stamparatus used with the stamping, where you just move it down with different words and different things people have used. So I thought, all right, well, I want to do that with a set, but I just wasn't sure which set I wanted to do that with. And then when I saw this, I was like, ooh, I think that would be a perfect background. All right, I want this in the misty moonlight. Such a pretty color. Love, love, love it. All right. I'm not even going to give you guys a hint on what's coming up on Sunday, because it's it's so cute. I was going to do it today, and then I thought, oof, I have time to do this one. I thought I was going to be in my craft room for quite a while today, because they were doing those lights in my front room, and so my husband's here. I was like, let him take care of the contractors, and I'm going to be in here crafting. Sounds much more fun to me. All right. So there's my sentiment. Again, I used my repositionable Scotch tape. Put my die away. All right, so now I'm going to poke these out, and the little tiny corner of this say is what I caught it, but that's okay. You know what it says. Okay, so there's that one. And now the blue. There isn't a lot left. Again, you guys, as always, if you would share my video and subscribe and let people know that I've got some crafty stuff going on, that'd be great. Subscribing is huge, you guys. I really appreciate that. And I get so many people that message after that get to watch the replay, which I really like. I'm glad that people are enjoying it, and I'm lucky I have the time to kind of try and figure out some of these sets. And so, like I've said before, I just remember being the one, and I still am, that goes on looking for videos and stuff all the time. Like, how do you do this set, and what would you do with it? And, you know, just getting different ideas. And sometimes you watch a video and you get a really good idea from one person, but then you see colors on another one, and you're like, ooh, I love those colors though. And then you're like, okay, I want to do something with those colors, or I need a flower to do that technique or whatever. And you don't always do the exact same, but you get your ideas that way. And people ask me all the time, can they case my stuff? Absolutely. I do not mind at all. I know I've come across people that just don't like people copying their stuff, and you know, I mean, obviously if you give credit and say that you saw it here or whatever is nice, but copy away. That's what I like to do, is give inspiration. So I'm just kind of putting a little in the middle, a little on these little things so that they stick down. And then I go all the way around, just lightly. And I do have the thinner, the fine glue. I could use that, but this one works fine if you just do it lightly. Found one that's stuck in there. All right, and then of course I like to bring out my silicone mat that really needs to be cleaned, I know. And I say that every show. Oh, here, let me move those. Turn that off. All right. Today is the last day of June, which means I'm going to do my customer drawing. And I figured out how to do it on my program I have here. So we're going to do it live here on the program. So for those that purchased in June, I do have, if anybody purchases tonight, I will add you into my July drawing, because I wanted to do it live. Last time I did a recording and my husband was laughing at me. I'm in the living room and I was like, oh, I forgot I've got to do my drawing. All right, and then I'm just going to center it. So you just glue it down. I kind of liked it the diamond shape way. Kind of fun, kind of different. All right, so there's that. Now, I did, do my little cheap bow. Let me make sure this goes where I want it. So I'm going to add my dimensionals. And another one. All right. Now what I'm going to do is kind of figure out where I want my bow to go. So I want this little extra to go down at the bottom. Yeah. And so I'm guessing my bow, so we're going to put that right here. I want my bow to go right here where that white line is. So the first thing I do is I just make it just a little longer. And what I like to do is take some tear and tape. And I usually do this before I put my dimensionals on, but that's all right. It'll work out right below it. Okay, so just like that. I'm going to take the tear and tape off. And these. Oh, didn't get that one. All right. Got them all off. All right, so now I just lay my bow across and wrap it around. And you know, it's white, I know, and you don't really see it, but in person, it just adds that little extra elegance to it. And then you also, it's just another fun layer on there. So again, I know about what size this is and where it's going to lay, so I try to start it at the bottom. Okay, so I want it like that. We want dimensionals here. You know what I'm going to do is put these back now. I've told you guys if I don't do this, I will lose dies, and I don't want to do that. So, all right, so we're going to put dimensionals. All right. Now, one of them that I did, and you can't see it, but one of these little tiny, I pieced two pieces together, and I'm trying to even tell which one it was. But on one of these, I didn't have enough. I had kind of a strip like this left over. And I didn't want to waste it, and I was like, well, I don't need two pieces for a bottom of the inside because I don't have any more made, so what am I going to do? And so I cut this, I took this piece, I put it over here, I cut this down, put this piece over here, taped it in the back, because it's going to die cut the tape anyway, and then I die cut it, and then it just glued right onto the gold, no problem. So don't waste your little bits. You can use those, especially with when you did all this hard work of adding your colors and whatever. All right, so I just kind of go down the line. I'm going to add that. I also popped this up. Just add this in the middle, and I know you're covering it up. You could move it where you wanted, but I just liked it right in the middle. Like, oh, that's not in the middle. Kind of look at those dots. There we go. I'm good with that. And now again, I'm going to make one of my bows. So you can see this one's a little lighter because I used the Misty Moonlight. Okay. But I could have really gone on it darker, but I liked the lighter look too. So here we go again with the bow. 1, 2, I did a triple bow, 3. You're going to go around and through. Make sure it's straight. And then back up here. And through. And pull it towards you. And then there's your bow. And I show this almost on all my videos, so. All right, now I want my glue dots. I like to put 2 on a bow. probably has no rhyme or reason, but I just do. And then I just put it down here as though it looks like the bow is tied right here, but it's not, because I wanted to make the fancy bow, and you just can't do it like that when you do it the other way. Now, I did not add gems to this because I think the gold, let me take you in a little bit and see if you can see it better. So I think all the gold on it is enough. I mean, you could add some, but I just think it's so pretty like it is that I did not add gems to it. And this bow, you guys, is this ribbon. It's the Crinkle Ribbon. I absolutely love it. I just had it in my hand. Now I can't find it. Oh, it's right here. And it's already crinkly. And I'm going to show you something. You can, let me find what I'm looking for. Okay, so here's the cardboard I used last night. All right. So I'm going to use, you could use alcohol inks, you could use whatever. But I'm just going to use this because it's white. And then you still get that really pretty satin, look with the ribbon. So you can color your ribbon if you wanted a colored ribbon on there. I thought the background was really busy and the white just popped out a little bit better, so that's why I left it white. But you definitely could color this crinkle ribbon. So here's another example in the catalog of the card. And you can tell on the dies on the top that they just made some changes, and like the one on the right, it looks like the pear pizzazz color. It looks like on the die on the top they kind of pieced it out. Part of it's in gold and part of it is white. So you can make some different options there. And look at the boxes that they made with the cute little curve box. How long does it take to dry? You know, I haven't used that ribbon. I haven't colored that ribbon yet, Steph. I used re-inkers on another kind of ribbon one time, and it took a long time. But on this ribbon, and if you did it with alcohol markers, it would dry super fast. Because obviously it's alcohol. So that would dry faster than the ink or the re-inkers. And then this is the one actually that I did and took a picture to post that you guys saw. So I hope you liked these, you guys. Here's the other one. So there's 3. You can kind of tell this is the one we just did. It's got the misty moonlight. And I was thinking maybe next time I would use the Old Navy. The Night of Navy, because it's so vivid. Or even like Pacific Point. I even thought of like Flamingo and Mango or something like that, because I just love all those colors. And you guys know that Tuesdays and Sundays I am live. And so I can't wait to see you guys on Sunday. I've got a super cute card I'm excited to share. And of course, my code for June. Today is the last day for June to do any shopping for the June code. Now I'm going to try and switch over to my drawing. These are for my customers that purchased in June. And so some months are a bigger item, other months are smaller items, and this month is a super cool item. So let me grab it. Hold on. All right, so this month's shopper, you had to have used my hostess code and you had to have purchased $50 or more. And that's it. Sundays at noon, Sharon. So what you will be getting is the retired but fabulous Bird Ballad laser cut. So kit, and this is what it looks like. You're going to have your, this is one I've kind of started. I'm just going to show you this one. The other one's brand new. But you have these cards. They're like lace. So what I did is I took some DSP and I put it behind. And I don't know if I have a video on here, but it's on my blog, I think. So you put it behind and then you can just make all kinds. There are, you get this cute tin. I'm trying to see if it tells me how many. For some reason, I want to say 18 or 24, or it just says quantity 1 kit. But I want to say it's 18, which is a weird number. I don't know why I want to say that. But anyway, you get a full kit. I will send you a full kit. So let's see who wins. Let me see. This is the first time I have been able to go to my screen. So let me go to my screen real quick. And I've added all the names of my shoppers this month. If you shopped, nobody shopped multiple times this month, I don't think. So let's see, how am I doing this? This is my first time. Woohoo! Okay, I don't know if I can go to the screen. You'd think I would have tried this before, but I didn't. All right, let's see. All right, am I on here right? Here we go. Debbie. Debbie is our winner. Debbie, this is, I think you, Debbie also won my Share Sunshine. I think she was the, I don't remember. I did it live, I think. I had to do that one live because I couldn't figure out how to do it on here. So congratulations, Debbie. Yay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much again for all of my July shoppers, which should be easy because it's the holiday catalog is coming. Well, that's in August, I guess. So, but July is getting ready for everything. There are some Christmas items already in the catalog. So if you want to start Christmas in July, but I will be posting some Christmas items. I will, tonight, I think our catalog is for the demonstrators to purchase, like 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you're welcome, Sharon. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you guys learned something, if you enjoyed the video, please like below and make sure you subscribe. And if there's a little bell, if you click on that, you'll get notified when I go live. So that'll be kind of a reminder too if you're, have your YouTube open, I think, or maybe it messages you. I honestly don't know, but I know you'll get notified. I usually get it popped up, but I usually have YouTube open. So anyway, it'll notify you. And I wanted to give you guys my information. Of course, my blog is marcybessaker.com. I will be posting onto YouTube below here with the supplies and my website and everything. My Facebook page, guys, if you could go over there and like that, that is Marcy Bessaker Designs, and it will give you updates. I'll remind you. I usually post and say, going live today at 2 or going live in a half hour or whatever. I also post a picture ahead of time so you'll know what it is, or I try to. And I also will ask questions on there, what you guys want to see, or you know, just different things. And obviously, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask. Um, I'd love to have you guys on there too. Again, you guys, thank you so much. Thanks for joining me with this fun today's tiles card. And I hope you give it a try. And if you don't have a Stamparatus, it's an awesome, awesome tool. And I highly recommend it. There's so many other things you can do with it. There are actually 2 plates, if you don't know that. There's the one I used, and then there's another one. So you could have multiple stamped images on there ready to go for a lot of layering and different things. So have a great day, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye.